This is the intro, boys. No, you want an intro? You fucking idiot. Oh, dear. It's, what else is it we have? 5.
Is it 5?
Is it 5?
Yeah, 5.
Episode 5 and 52 subscribers.
Yeah, and how many do Sunday not have?
Oh, the lot coming up. Wow, they've got a few more
One
than us.
coming, haven't they?
Yeah, they got a few more than us. Probably nearly 1.3 million.
Yeah, but they got a bit more time over or something. We'll get this.
Yeah, it won't take
A few more podcasts on it.
we'll take so we'll just a few more people pressing the subscribe button. That would definitely help, and sharing the link. So right, episode 5. It's only me and you tonight.
Yeah. Well, the committees, Regional G.
Oh, jeez, mate. I don't know what's going on. Flakes, all of them. Flakes. Where's Amy? Amy, where are you?
We've got
You
another
better watch his back.
handball out there.
Yeah, he's playing handball. He's like, nah, I didn't play handball.
In a futsal hoodie as well.
I'm gonna get
Dorset
warmed.
Futsal.
I'm gonna get warmed up. He said for the training. So yeah, episode 5. Me and you, loving the shirts, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I thought I'd get my shirt collection out.
Hackney Wick.
Yeah, that Hackney
What it
Wick,
is.
that's a proper, they're semi-pro side.
Yeah.
But they give their own.
We should wear them.
Lights.
We should wear them moving forward.
And I
How many have you actually got?
must have about 100, 150, mate.
100 to 150.
I used to accept them a lot. Then I got a girlfriend, started getting a life, and I stopped collecting them. So like next week, I'm going to go through and start selling some. But these are some of my favourites. I'm a lot of fan. But I don't, apart from professional English teams, apart from Watford, I don't buy English tops. Like that's like they're so professional. So I have a lot of like phones. I'm just going to have like cool colours and size. Yeah, but I know proper Lulu with it. Got bless.
They're good. They are good. And do you want to know something that's really funny? Camera's not on. But I mean, the camera's on.
Oh fuck me!
Sure.
Who would call that?
Ah, microphone. You can hear me behind here. Hang on.
It's not even in.
It's not even in. Hello. I mean, you look good in the camera, though. There you go.
Yeah, it's on enough.
Right, there you go. Look. There we go. See if that makes any difference. Probably makes no difference whatsoever. But it makes me nervous. Oh, no, just cut me. Cool. So, right, shirt's done. Intro's done. Really going well this week, isn't it? It's really going well.
Well, at least got this back.
Yeah, got the sign back. Let's talk about Hawks. Hawks.
That was a
Go on.
good
you go.
game.
You go.
No, it was a good cup game, wasn't it? A good cup game. They came down, talked to them beforehand, and you see a nice bunch. Apart from one individual, we can go into that. Which almost got me butts.
Yeah.
Wasn't even on the pitch. But David was the head coach for me, and you were on the squad.
I had to play.
You dropped yourself. But he did it well. He used his rotations of subs. I won't say much in case
He
he goes
did
into
very
other games. Other people watching this, but he did it very well for the first half. So, long story short, for the first half we were 2-0 up, and I thought we did a lot of things a lot better than we normally do in terms of just rotating around when we've got the ball. I think we are still getting used to rhythms of that, and we were actually playing some quite entertaining stuff because of it. And we were trusting Ivan in the middle, and he was playing some nice layoffs, quite good. He came in at half time saying people should trust him more, and I agree because he was actually playing really well when the ball was getting given to him in the middle, because it was just a quick run into him in the middle, and he could lay it off and we were going forward. And I don't remember them having any key chances whatsoever first half. And I'm not just saying that just to say that it was all us. It's more because where it shows how the second half went as well. We defended really well against them because they played fly keeper quite a lot, and we dealt with that really well. Don't know what your thoughts were on the first half.
I think I didn't come away from the first half feeling that we were in danger. I felt they had good individual players. They were trying to do the right things.
Yeah.
But they didn't really, or at least it didn't feel like they broke us down. You know, they had their moments, of course. You know, you do in a game, right? You always have your moments. But for me, I think we controlled the play quite well.
It's the control's the key word, isn't it? Rather than like we were hammering or anything. Like we controlled.
I think it was fairly balanced. But I think that we had the edge. It then gave us a few goals and
100%
to pull away. So.
And even when they'd fly, they couldn't break us down. So it's that control, I think, like you say. So yeah, we got an half time. We spoke about defending about the fly keeper and all and stuff. We all knew they had to change their approach with it. It wasn't like they were playing defensive or anything. They just had to change their approach to the second half. I was like, they would definitely lose the game, 100%. And straight away, you could tell they were pressing more, which is understandable. And that helped them, but it was a long time until their first goal.
Yeah, it was,
wasn't it?
Yeah,
I'd say maybe about 10 minutes into the game without any goals. So they actually make it 2-1, but this is after, and this is for the rest of the time he's on the half as well. Unbelievable saves from Enrique.
Enrique was quality.
Oh my word.
Yeah, he was quality.
Because the reason I wanted to say about the first half, not really many shots in them, is gone to second half, he's had to deal with.
He's been peppered, but in moments he's been peppered, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Made some big saves and some key
Fingertips
moments.
onto the bar. I reckon they hit the bar 2 or 3 times, didn't they? Fair play to them, they came out pretty good. Reece decided to give a free gym membership to one of their players.
What? That's just what was that? What was he doing? Right, Reece. We still need to. We know you watched this back. We need to understand what was going through your head. So for people who obviously wasn't there, I mean, let's just say he was about 10 minutes late. The player, their guy, he's passed the ball out right from the back, about where the edge of the D is roughly.
He's then getting on with his business, isn't he?
He's just like trotting up to the halfway line, and Reece just comes in and just I don't even know what he did. Chested him, shot. I don't even know when he's hit the deck.
Do you know what's funny? I don't even think the guy said anything to Reece. If anything, Reece said something to him. Reece basically said along the lines, he needs a haircut. I think the guy, probably rightly so, said something back. Because the play's gone on, like you said, the play's gone towards the halfway line, so it's coming towards our bench to play, towards our goal, right? And suddenly I see someone in the background, like, just gone flying forwards. Like, what the fuck? So obviously they've seen it, and as he's showing the yellow card, Darren's like doing the substitution to get Reece off, isn't he?
The referee's just there, like, what have you just done? Just walking up to Reece, like, are you alright? What are you doing? But when we thought
that probably didn't help the edge of the game as well, because that probably gave him something to rile up for as well. Yeah. As much as we laugh about it, because obviously there's an instant there of one, which I'm not happy with, still not, but whatever, we've won, he's lost, so.
Yeah.
But he, that gave a bit more of an edge to the game. I mean, because we are allowed to, because we celebrate tackles and stuff, I think it just gives, I like it.
We're quite noisy.
Edge.
We're quite noisy.
But when proper leading cup games, like you say, we're not down to a 5-side kickabout or something. And I like it when the teams in a good manner do the same as well. Yeah. I remember Portsmouth, apart from maybe one individual screen put someone's face, like they were giving it a good back.
They were loving it. Yeah. That Portsmouth game was brilliant.
I thought the way one, I thought fair plays. But yeah, so they make it 2-1 about 10 minutes in. Because I do the goal music, being on the bench. I'm like my fingers over this, waiting for another goal. I'm like, when are we going to score? And then it's suddenly about, I reckon it must be 5 minutes to go or 3 minutes to go. This is after. Have they made it 2-2? No. So I come on at 2-1. So this is after.
I can't actually remember what the full-time score was now.
It was 4-3.
Is it 4-3
to us? Yeah. So we must have gone 3-1 up then, because it was 4-3. But basically they get it back in, and there's a bit of back and forth with their striker and Enrique. You know, Enrique went down maybe, even if it was softly, he wasn't happy with it, he kept calling it a cheat, he was basically threatening him. And then he goes in with a 50-50 challenge, but basically to intentionally hurt him.
Was it 50-50, or was he just so
use that as an excuse.
So what happened was the ball got played across the goal line. Enrique's gone across as goalkeepers do, spread himself. Their player, who I've actually known for a long time. I did my level 2 with him quite a while back, about 10 years ago now. And he had gone in, and look, I think if you're a striker, you say you have to go for it. If you're somebody else on the receiving end of that, you're saying you never get near it.
He knew what he was doing.
I think it was a clever attempt at getting the ball and being able to go through at the same time. If as a defender myself, that's the sort of tackle where you're hoping the strikers just overhit it a little bit and you can just go through the ball and the striker, like leave one on them.
He has it in for Enrique.
Yeah,
so,
they didn't like each other, that is for sure.
No,
they didn't like each other.
I was calling him quite a few names under the sun as he was going off, and which I should have done. And the ref basically said to Darwin, normally he would have booked me, but I think he understood, like, because Enrique's my mate, not just a teammate. So, yeah, but then I'm coming on, right? So this is after, bearing in mind, the whole game I'm doing the goal music. The second half, I'm just like, one, wave to play our goal music, and two, I'm like, time was up, just watching the clock, I was just like, oh, cool, let's just like see us out, get the win. Like a fan, suddenly I'm coming on, and I've never had this before, where if I start a game and I'm in the zone, like, I'm cool, calm, composed, I'm coming on, and I'm still in that fear of like, oh, I wish we can hold on, I hope we can hold on, but I'm actually in the game here. I'm in the game.
And then they scored as well, didn't they?
Yeah, so they scored, but the thing is, it was a deflected shot as well. Yeah, Fabio after said to me, sorry, I went, mate, I was in I was in crumbs like coming on, you didn't do that, we had a laugh back. Yeah, deflected shot to the top corner. And then when we get the kick off, so that made it 3-2. Because we actually scored when I came on, but there was no goal music. I tried to run over to play it, but I thought I can't, because if they take the thing quickly, I look like a tit. So yeah, so I think it was that bit weird, but like, where's the goal music on? But yeah, they make 3-2, we're 3-2 up, and then they're pressing us, and I'm getting frustrated with our pivot. I'm going, why the fuck is our pivot in our own half? And Jose said to me, Jamie, shut the fuck up. And at that time I was like, why are you telling me to shut up? I got back home later and I thought back, I was like, he was right. Because I'm coming on, like I say, like a fan. It's like when you say like, why the fuck's this doing that? Yeah. So I'm coming on, like, not on purpose, but almost installing fear into our team here. But we saw it out so good. I keep saying it's 4-3. I can't remember the other goal. We won by 1 goal, right? And Vitali, right at the end, now the shot, I think I would have saved, but we're having to then trust me having a strong hand into it. Vitali did this most amazing block right in front of me to stop it going to the bottom corner.
Yeah.
And it gets to a goal kick, I throw it long, they then get a goal kick. It's 1.8 seconds on the clock until Sid decides to end the game. You just hear a buzz.
And actually, before we got to that moment, I was on and I'd thrown a couple of blocks, and at the end of the game, I felt my hip and I was like, yeah, I'm getting too old for this. There was some
50-50s going in for you. Weren't like trying to hurt them. Like, yeah, you're going in.
I was throwing myself about that court, the adrenaline. I haven't had, because I don't normally play, do I?
You played quite a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, so I played a lot more. Well, I don't normally play at all, so I played more than I normally would. And but recently I've been playing more because we've just had so many injuries and people away, and just it's just a nightmare. Let's just say, if the wheels are wobbling a little bit, but not because people aren't around us, because literally injuries, people have got pre-planned stuff and whatever's going on. So our squads haven't been where we would always want them to be. But with that said, towards the end of that game, throwing myself away, and then I come off, and then there's a couple of minutes left in there, and Sid's doing timekeeping. Sid's already had a warning at this point from the refs because he's watching the game and not doing his job, and the clock's just going down, and then it's in play and it's not going. I'm just sat there going, what you do, Sid? And then what is there, like 1.8 seconds left, right at the end of the game?
Because the goals are going up, everyone go up, everyone go up. Yeah. Sid thought, because he picked the ball up.
Because he picked it up. He just started doing it again. And then the buzzer's gone and the ball's not in play, and the referee's just like, what?
The thing is, no one's like getting confused celebrating. We're like, oh, fuck. We're even like, I'm like feeling sorry for London Hawks here. I'm like, oh my god.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, because, and actually, that actually fucks us over. Because I think they played more than 1.8 seconds.
Probably.
Because the ball was up in the air probably for a good second.
Yeah.
So he obviously, so Sid tried to get the game done early, because why were they scoring 1.8 seconds, of course?
Yeah.
Nah, but we can only apologise to North London Hawks.
Sid's
he's not getting paid.
Sid's not doing timekeeping this weekend.
Yeah, so LDN, you could, no worries, alright?
Well, if Sid's on timekeeping, we've retrained him tonight, is what we've done.
So the referees are basically having to guess the 1.8 seconds.
Yeah.
The keeper throws it long, but to be honest, it comes to nothing. We don't have our hands, and we win. But so we're through to the next round in the semi-final.
And we got LDN away
at LDN.
in May,
11:30 kickoff.
Oh, 11:30. That killed us. When that come through, I was like, oh, boys. Like we try and do everyone at about kind of midday in the afternoon, 2:30 without fail, right? To give people enough time to get here, wake up, and then 11:30 kickoff. I get it, venues.
They're scared of us. That's what it is.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh,
yeah.
All the
early kickoff.
Yeah.
We're coming in from a night out, on a Saturday night out in London, so don't you worry. we won't have sleep. We'll still be up.
It's going to go on the Raz. So that was North. Look, I thought it was a really good game. I thought overall we did okay. I thought being clinical continues to be an issue. We have a lot more chances than what 4 goals, whatever it was we scored, suggests. We should have. I mean, there was a couple of open goals that we've missed, like absolutely glaring. Oh my days!
That's it.
Hang on. There we go. Get some movement in here. So there was a couple of goals, and I think we probably should have scored a few more. They had a couple of chances they could have scored, but we did enough. We got through, and they were a good team. They're a good team, well organised, well drilled.
I'd wonder what their full squad would be like. So they had a small squad, of course. Yeah. Oh yeah, we had a 2-minute penalty, didn't we? We missed it. Because the guy decided to shove the tard into the wall across our 3 lasses, our 3 wide to the team. And when he was going off, because he got they just subbed him off actually. Their head player manager was having a right go. He was like, "What are you doing? We're 5 fouls." What
he was not happy with it.
But they don't know. We can't score so many penalties, so it's absolutely good.
No, we've practiced it now, and we're absolutely fine.
Yeah,
we're banging them in left, right, and centre in training now, aren't we?
Yeah, in training, that's where it counts.
Yeah,
that's fine.
We got it. It's fine.
I'll be taking them soon. Coming from DJ and into the game.
Yeah, right. So that's London, North London, whatever they're called, North London Hawks. Good game. We're going to play them again. They're coming here again in the season. So good squad, good bunch of guys. Really enjoyed the game, and I have no doubt they'll give us a really good game when they come back down here again. So credit to them.
Yeah, they're a good bunch of lads.
Yeah, credit to them. So let's talk about the other podcast, the one that's already more popular than us. They might have a bit more experience on the thing, but anyway, let's not worry about that.
Former England players.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like pedigree and all that. We're amateur, mate. We love it.
They don't have the football shirts, though, do they? They don't have the signs.
They don't. They're a proper podcast.
That's why. Okay.
We'll get there one day, podcast. We'll get there one day. But anyway, they had guests on from England Futsal, whatever they're called, and it was really interesting, wasn't it? Because I think the futsal community for a while has been thinking, and I'm not necessarily a part of this, but the futsal community, especially online, you can read it all up. People were saying we don't really know what they're doing, what they're about, where they're going, what their focus is, how it all works. So to have them get him on as a guest, and I think he called it grown-ups wanting a grown-up conversation, which I thought was very well put compared to some of the conversations that happen online. I think actually that's the right approach, and I think that they asked some good questions. We got some good answers. We kind of got some understanding around their focus, how their relationship with the FA works, and kind of where they're hoping to head to. And for me, obviously, for our focus, the whole game is important. Coach development, bringing people into the game, all of that's really important. Yeah. But the bit that I think piqued my interest was when they talked about governing body, becoming a governing body. Yeah. They hinted at that. And also about the NFS maybe coming under the England Futsal banner. And they didn't say whether that would include the NFL, the league that we're in. So how that would work, I think that's quite exciting. I think that offers quite a lot of opportunity. It then potentially brings in a revenue stream for that business. And, it's futsal people all getting behind how it worked. I would be interested to know. They didn't touch on it about profits and how that would work. So if they're earning X amount of profit per year, they're saying at the moment they don't get paid, get all of that. Is it all of the money stays in the game, or does it get distributed? I don't know. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I need to re-listen to it again. But those sort of questions, because they're a company and they're looking to develop and
they're a very new company, aren't they?
Yeah.
Was it 12 to 18 months? Okay.
Well, they're a startup, yeah. So it's a startup company.
I know they might have done stuff before that. But
Yeah. But they've got people in, and I think I'm of the opinion that the futsal community, anybody within this community could have looked to put something together, approach the FA, negotiate a license like they've done. Anybody could do that. They've done it, right? And so, in my opinion, is clubs need to get behind that. And if you don't get behind that, well, why not? What's the problem?
We've all got to be on the same train.
It is what it is.
Haven't
Water under the bridge now. We get forward. We get on with it. If they can bring in money that isn't in the game, and they can develop a great product that we can all benefit from, and there's people that can benefit from it across the country in terms of developing the sport, then I'm all for it. And ultimately, if they've got measures from the FA that they have to meet and targets they have to hit, then hopefully they're good, and hopefully there'll be some transparency around what that might look like and stuff. But it might not. They're a company at the end of the day, and I don't know how they're set up. I haven't looked into it, but there's going to be limitations to what they're going to be willing to share and what they're not going to be willing to share. I'd assume. I don't know. I guess it all will come out in time, but I think it was really good. And what I would love to see is them doing it sort of on a regular basis, actually, with the guys at the podcast, with England Futsal, with kind of that regular slot, if a few times a year or something, just so that there's community updates from them. If they're aiming to be a governing body, that could be pretty cool. We as a futsal club down in Dorset, we're always really keen to have, if they put in events in Dorset, we're more than happy to help support and organise and run things.
100%.
We would be more than happy to do that. And I think even when it comes to things like if they're putting on an England game, and they just need bodies. I know half of our squad would be like, we'll go up and just help out. We'll just do it as a day trip.
The England games that will be coming up, so we're going to have qualifiers and hopefuls of major tournaments and stuff, and we're not going to be anyway expecting doing completely well in those. We're fine with that because we want to grow in a correct way, and even for them, if it's them making profit financially in a way, and hopefully it's been reinvested correctly, then we're all for that too. But like you said, we're more. The good thing about the futsal community, you can say it's about any communities, of course, that have the hobby and the passion for something. We'll do stuff voluntarily. And like you said, if there's an England games and need bodies, we'll do that. If something down south, it wouldn't just be us, like an amateur team.
Oh, there'll be loads of teams that would help out. I know that the futsal community is quite tight and wants the game to go well, and we can't necessarily help with funding because we're all amateur clubs.
We're minted, but
we've got a few quid in the back pocket, but we
look at this setup.
Oh yeah, look at these shirts going. We could sell these to help fund the England team, innit? But actually, the purpose is we may not have a lot of money to be able to contribute to these things, but people and enthusiasm and the desire to want to see the game improve and people improve, so coaches and kids getting involved and organise tournaments and stuff all over the country, we as a club would be more than happy to get involved in anything like that.
100%.
And I think that there are a lot of people that don't like what happened through COVID with futsal and the funding and all of that stuff, but there's an opportunity here to get behind something that has the backing from the FA. I don't necessarily understand it fully because I'm not the one involved in running it, but they have the backing. There's opportunities to develop something under this banner of England Futsal, and why would you not, as a community, get behind it? You have to ignore everything else that's gone on. You ain't going to change that. You just have to get on with it.
And more so waste time sort of worrying about stuff that's happened before. The longer we go forward with it, we've got something now that we kind of all want, regardless of how it might be set up, how it's run, whatever. We all got to go forward the same way, really. I mean, I'm quite new completely to the futsal, and I just wanted it to keep growing and progressing. This is a good thing about where we are with this. as a country is something that can only grow. And that's quite exciting.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, we've been talking about that for, ever since I've been involved in the game. Is actually, it's why is it not going anywhere? Why is it not gone anywhere? But I sit on the fence of you have to keep going, and eventually it will come. And venues are a big thing. We talked about venues before. Teams, standards that teams, we have to, as a team, we have to drive to do the best product we can for those that are playing for us, those that come and visit us when we go away places. We are in charge of our own standards and what we're hoping to achieve and what we want to do. So you can't run a club and be like, oh, we're going to be happy playing on that tiny court and just settle for that. Because it's never going to get anywhere. No. And it's not about having a full-size court and the nicest venue. It's about doing the best that you can do with what you've got. And then striving to try and improve that where you can.
Because people love experiences as well. And what we try and do here is a match experience. You come in, you see this sign on a table, you see chairs put out, mats put out, 3 clear change rooms. Of course, we've not built this place, but we're lucky to have it. But you put the signs up with the team's logos. Welcome, here's your changing room. You meet and greet them. We have music before the games when people warm up. We have walkout music. We have timeout goal music. We try and make it a proper event.
We do what we can with what we've got.
Because at the end of the day, we are wanting to say, you were playing in a national league game here rather than a South tier, whatever. And for me, it's to show, we are taking this seriously, and we want people to feel like they're in an event and in a proper support.
Yeah, we want them to travel here and actually have some kind of. It's not perfect. I'd love to be able to whack the lights off, have music going as we're walking into disco stuff. And, I would love, but you do the best with what you've got, and we've got a good team here, and that's what I think we have to do as a community. Is we have to look at what we have. This developing England Futsal kind of company that's looking to get involved heavily in the futsal community by developing various different things. I think we have to get behind it. And there are alternatives. You go on Facebook and you go on Twitter and people talk about what should have happened and what could have happened and all that, but that's not. And people are saying they're going to set stuff up. Where is it? They've done it. They've negotiated it. Okay, they may have known people who knew people that allowed them that in, but they've done it. And this is what we've got. And I think, and I've said it before, Danny's done a great job with Tier 3 and the NFL. He didn't talk about bringing that under England Futsal in the podcast from what I can remember, but I think that if there's a model that's worked, and for me I think the NFL and what Danny's done in the NFL has worked really well.
Good grassroots, isn't it?
It's worked well. And so if there's a proven model there, and I don't know how the NFS runs, I haven't been involved in it, I have no say. I've heard things and how it's organised. I'm not saying it's bad or good, but I've not experienced it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I know that it's worked. So why not incorporate all of the leagues, all the teams, allow them to apply or not or whatever under the England Futsal, which will create the revenue, that will create the kind of that's where the top performance is. You can get to the England. This is your pathway. This is how you do it. There's a bit of money in the kitty that keeps the game going and keeps that company going to drive it forward and push those corporate relationships, which they've got the mandate pretty much to do from the FA. So it is what it is, and I think we have to get behind it. And there'll be people that disagree with that. There are people that disagree with the stuff when we're talking about venues and I think that's
some people don't have a Scooby, do they?
Essentially, it's true. I've had quite a few messages from the podcast, which from lots of different people, which is interesting. But that's the beauty of football, futsal, any sport is there's difference of opinion, right? How the sport should move forward. About it, there just is, and people are entitled to that, and we don't have to agree. But I respect people's views, and that's how it is. And so that's the podcast. We're just touching on it. We don't want to go into detail about all the different subjects, but I thought that for us as a club, I would be interested to see how they might pull the leagues in, because that's going to be the thing that really impacts us. And referees as well. They talked about referees and how we can develop that. So that would be really good as well.
Get Sid to get on one of those courses.
Get Sid to get on the courses. We should. But I will just quickly mention, actually, because I wanted to do it, because I know some of the referees watch this pod as well.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. The referees we had with Hawks, they were brilliant. I've got nothing bad to say. I might disagree with a couple of decisions, but that's always going to happen, right? But they controlled the game really well. They talked to you. They said everything that you needed to know. There was none of this. bargy, they controlled it, and it was good. It was a really well run game. So that's a big up for the referees, because you don't get that very
They're
much.
better than the football referees that you'll get.
They were decent.
To be honest, I know it might be different sort of rules and so, but they are. But it's like you say, they just talk to you as well.
They were right.
And even if you don't agree with it, it's like, right, that's what they saw. I get it, whatever. We don't need a 30-second dialogue. Just like, no, he didn't. All right.
Yeah. And sometimes just giving that little bit will just calm everything down. If you just say a little bit, it just takes the edge off the decision, and you think, all right, I don't agree, but fine.
So they're not just power hungry or something, to my eyes, really.
Yeah. I mean, referees is always, without referees we don't have a game, and we wouldn't want to play a game without referees. And we don't want to slate referees or anything like that. That's not what we're doing, but we want to recognise when actually it was good, and they've done well. And I would say the majority of games, most referees have been okay, and we haven't had too many issues. We've had a lot of issues that have cost us some big decisions and moments in games. We've talked about it on here. But actually, do you know what? We've got most of the time 2 referees. I think we've had 1 a couple of times. I will take that. Whether we agree with the decisions or not, it's what it is. I will take that, and I think it's done overall. It's been good.
Are you saying this because we've got the worst discipline in the league? So you're open. We might want to release this before Sunday evening. So the referees we have on Sunday. We've got about 14 yellows.
We've got like 22 yellows. We have
21 from Reese.
We've got a couple of reds. I mean, I got the first club's bench yellow, which I was not happy about. Non-playing yellow. Really livid about that. But referees were good. So
was that again? What, the other week?
That was when we went to bloody London. I was just sitting down and he booked me. Anyway.
Is that what he booked you for? Was it?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
was it free advice? Was it?
No, I was merely pointing out that even his colleague was shaking his head saying, but anyway, look, we're not gonna get into it. I'm past that, mate. I'm over it, all right? So let's look forward to the weekend. We have the big guns, the ones that are challenging us on YouTube for, the
YouTube title.
Yeah. So I think I dubbed this as, what did I call it? The Battle of YouTube Videos, didn't I? Straight face, right? We'll keep it going.
I hope they read that and take us less seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So as this comes out after the game, we can be quite frank about where we're at with everything. So in terms of playing squad, we have got so many players away. Like it is frightening. Like David injured, Jesse away, Conrad away, Reese injured.
So that's the captain and vice captain.
That's captain and vice captain gone, yeah. Those 4 gone, and there's others as well. There's about 6 or 7 that
Reese
are not around.
has just done his ankle.
Yeah, Reese is done. So look, whenever you've got a game, you always want to be able to play your strongest side to give whatever team you're playing a really good go at, right? And we will do that. We have a squad we have good players in that team. And everybody in that team is a good player, and I'm not going to take anything from anyone.
It's not like we bring the dinner lady.
Exactly. We're all right, but it's just you want your full complement to be able to.
It's as if we're going to a away game, sort of thing.
If
everyone's, and how many keepers have we got?
We've got almost as many goalkeepers available as we have.
We've got all 3 goalkeepers that are going to be. So we've got 2 keepers on the bench because we're all good. We're all good and fit.
3 goalkeepers probably going to be on the bench, which is fine. That's all right. That's not a problem. So we will absolutely we'll give them a game. I have absolutely no doubt about that.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I'm sure we'll push them as much as we can.
It's just more what you're saying off camera. When the team at LDN come down. It's when it's sort of an occasion because of who they are, what they bring and stuff. Fair play to them. You want, and plus, just in terms of futsal, we want to do one league, whatever. You just want to give them your best shot, sort of thing, and we will. But
I don't think we won't give it a best shot. I think what we won't have is necessarily the depth to be able to change how we're playing.
Yeah.
So like if you've got your full core squad, let's call it, you'll have within that different players where you can change things up. You can play differently.
The way you press.
You might have a couple of pivots that play slightly differently. You might have, so it's being able to change it around. You won't have the depth that we normally have to be able to.
We can change the style of goalkeeper. We won't be worried about that, will we?
Yeah, we can change.
Got a DJ X Pro in the weekend.
So we'll smash it. Look, so we'll give them a game,
It'll be a good
and it'll be
game.
really interesting to see how look, I'm having to play again, which tells you enough, right? That
You
tells
sound like you love playing.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love.
You
being
get
to play,
booked more
but-
times by sitting down on the bench.
Yeah, I know. I actually, I shut up when I'm on because I'm just trying to
You
breathe.
can breathe.
I can't breathe. How can I give the referees like some grief?
I
when
remember
I'm
Berkshire
breathing?
away when I was running the line. You asked me after 2 minutes. You could barely say the words. I was just saying this.
Get me off.
You're playing a bunch of 16-year-olds, like quite literally.
Yeah, and they're all
16.
running rings around me, and they all keep going, and I'm just there dying. But so LDN, it'll be good. We do have a good squad. It's not that we don't have a good squad. We've got a good team playing. It's just not a full complement of players that
If
you'd like
we
to have.
lose because they rightly beat us, it's just a situation where we just wish we sort of had the whole core to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it may not
that's
change
all.
the result. It's all just it's more mentality, isn't it? We need to go into that game and we need to be like, right, we need to all step it up because we're all going to be getting that bit more game time. There's going to be less recovery time in between. We're not going to be able to change it up as much, and we'll see. I'm not fearful in any way about the team that we're playing and the way that we're going to see against them. We know what we're going to see against them. We know what they're about. We know they're a good team. You get to watch them all the time on YouTube. You can see what they're about. So there's no fear there.
There's a particular lad we have that's been called a diver in front of 1 million views.
1 million views, yeah.
On there.
Yeah, he has.
He still scored a hattie against them.
Still sort of. I mean, if he gets a hat, he'll be well happy against them.
I think he
so.
might look towards their bench.
Do you think he might celebrate in front
He
of the
likes a
bench?
celebration, doesn't he? He's played them before.
We'll see, won't we? We'll see. That might be George that we're talking.
Well, it's not Reese, is it? I mean,
No, it's not. No, look, the bottom line is I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great game. We've had, some younger teams and players messaging saying, can they come and watch? And that's what's it all about, yeah? So you can, whether people like what YouTube is about or not, look, since we advertised that they're coming down here, we only put one post up. I've had, like the under-9s, Dexter's, which is Javi's team, on about coming to watch, or at least a few of them. I had somebody message me on Facebook to say, can my sons come and watch the game? And the women's team are going to come. I don't know how many, but there's a bunch of them that are hoping to come along and watch. And
but
so
fair play to
that's what it's about.
because they're given exposure to this sport in this country.
Yeah.
They'll have viewers from elsewhere abroad as well. Don't get me wrong, but that's what they're doing. And you saw their recent video about they did that futsal school thing, sort of. And loads of kids who were just loving it. Fair play.
I've got nothing
Brilliant.
against it. I think it's brilliant, and I think that's partly why we're doing this. It's just, all right, may not have much exposure until we can start doing the games, and we've got the equipment to be able to do the games and record it and put it fancy, which we're hoping to be able to do in time.
Can't even turn the microphone on.
Can't even bloody turn the microphone on, let alone set up a 5-camera system in the sports hall. Like, it's just not going to happen, is it? So I need a media guy, which you're fast going to become, isn't it? Right? Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Is that not right? No.
I'm DJ.
DJ, media guy.
Backup keeper.
All
Pivot,
that, isn't it?
but
Could you
I give
imagine
the other
being on
pivots a
camera?
chance.
Like being on the camera and then being like, right, Henry's got injured. Shit.
Oh, that's all. I thought you meant like doing all the poster stuff. Nah, you can still do that. I'll do like all that sort of thing.
Do all the recording, the camera.
My
and
name's
stuff
also
like
Jamie.
that.
I can get a few tips off him on Sunday.
Jason.
Yeah. What a way to introduce me to the club. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So no real prediction on about Sunday. I don't know what's going to happen. I know we're going to give it a good bloody shot, and we're going to go at them. We don't want to hold back. We want to give them a good game.
It'll be a real good game.
Yeah.
Because look, I don't. We'll really want to beat them. Look, I don't want to really beat them because I hate them or something. It's because I want to beat them because they are.
I want to win every
They're
game.
big branded, and you want to win every game as well. It's nothing more than that. So it'll be a real good game. So we've got a bit of a crowd. We know the highlights are going to go out to a big audience.
I reckon I'm going to get nutmegged at least 3 times. And I'm going to be on the nutmeg cam at least 3 times. I am telling you now, I reckon 3 times.
Who's most likely to get nutmegged by Jamie? Well, it's not just.
No, it's me, 100%.
You?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Whether he gets the ball again, I mean, we'll wait and see.
No, I was about to ask.
I'm definitely getting nutmegged. We'll see. I'll just, we'll see what happens.
I mean, we'll expect CK to play, Jamie. Wonder if Carl will play, the big pivot.
Yeah.
Good pivot. But they do have a core 7 for sure that go to every game.
Yeah, technically, they're really good players. You can't deny that. They beat Wessex. They've done well in their division. They've hammered Rushmore. What was it, 29-0 or something, wasn't it? Like, you can't. it is what it is. We'll give them a good game. We'll give them all what we've got on the day, and if we get a result, we get a result, and I'll be well happy. So that's LDN. We've got a couple of refs as well, decent refs.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. That'll help.
Any that have made their thumbnails? Because there was one that made their thumbnail before.
No.
Like this ref was shocking.
No.
Because you've been quite favourable.
It's Harry, who we had a couple of times at the start of the season, and I can't remember who the second ref is actually, but Harry is. He's on.
Oh yeah.
You refereed a couple of games in a row for us, didn't
nice
you?
lad, isn't he?
But we hadn't seen him for a while, so
Yeah.
Harry, you're going to try and make the thumbnail? Yeah. Right, should we call it there? What time are we on? Doesn't matter. Let's call it there. Right, episode 5. Subscribe. No, I don't care if you do or not. I'm really not bothered. I don't care.
That's the spirit.
I don't care. We've got quite a way to catch up, but yeah, thanks for your support, your listening, and thanks for putting that worth to yabbering on for however long it's been.
Enjoyed it. To be fair, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Should just be me and you more often.
Next week it'll just be you on your own.
Me and my own.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get a few more subscribers, I'll tell you now.
Right. On that note, thank you very much.